Hey y'all. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. Please be sure to look at the other content. If you enjoy it, please like the videos and also subscribe to my channel. I try to post content weekly about Cricut crafts and sublimation and pretty much anything else that I like to do. For my returning subscribers, welcome back. I'm glad that you guys are here with me again. Okay guys, before we get into this video, I reviewed the video, and when I reviewed it, I realized that I did not tell you all some of the more important things in regards to finding items on Amazon. So when finding these tumblers on Amazon, you need to make sure that it says sublimation in the title. It needs to tell you that it's sublimation in the description. It will tell you how long you should either press or warm your tumblers or whatever it is that you're buying. It needs to be very, very specific, because a lot of times when you are searching on Amazon for sublimation tumblers, other tumblers will pull up. They will look like sublimation tumblers, but they are not. And when you look at the title, sublimation is not even in there. Okay, so Amazon pulls up all tumblers, whether they're sublimation or not. So you just have to make sure that you are looking in the title and the description before ordering it, especially if you have an order and you need those tumblers quick. You don't want to get the tumblers and you can't use them for what you need. Okay, so that's it, and I am going to start the video. Alright y'all, so today we are going to be unboxing this Amazon.com order for tumblers that I placed about a week ago. The company is Bay Area Blanks. They're based out of California. It took a little bit over a week to get to me. I am in Florida, and they sent it priority mail, so it just could be a USPS delivery situation. They sell these four in a pack for $59.99. These are the straight skinny tumblers, 20 ounces. And out of the box, they look good. They have the slide top. And also it comes with the straw, a plastic straw. In addition, they do give you a little bit of treats. They give you these masks with some adjustable tools on them. And also they give you some shrink wrap to use with your tumblers. They give you 4 because you have 4 tumblers. So I'm actually not going to use my own shrink wrap. I will be testing this out and using the shrink wrap that they provided. So y'all, let's get started. Okay, so before we actually sublimate the tumbler, we need to do a few things just to prepare. So I know I have another tutorial on how to do these tumblers, but this is for anyone who may not have seen the previous tumbler videos. So you're going to need a heat gun to shrink wrap this onto your tumbler. And when you're putting it into your convection oven, we will be using a convection oven. I'm using a Hamilton Beach XL rotisserie oven that I purchased from Walmart. But before putting your tumbler inside of the oven, you want to make sure that you take the top off. You do not want to put this inside of the convection oven. And then we will be measuring our cup. That is the most important part. of designing so that you know exactly what size to design your image or your artwork prior to printing it. So this looks like this is going to wrap around at about a 9.5. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that the measurements are even. This is the first time that I'm working with these cups, and I want to make sure that there is no taper. And it looks like there is not a taper on these cups. So that's perfect. This is a true straight tumbler. All right, so that measured at 9.5, and then you are going to measure the length of the cup. And the length measures exactly at 8 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit more to the length because I like when I can kind of like just wrap it a little bit around the top part of the cup and sometimes the bottom, depends. Okay, so now we're in Adobe Illustrator, and this is a design that I did a few days ago. I'm just going to reuse this design for this tumbler today. And the background, I think I got all of these images from designbundles.net. Okay, and this monogram font is called Butterfly Monogram. This came from Creative Fabrica, this font did. So I'm just going to use this. I will be printing this out. I'm printing today on my Epson EcoTank 2750. And as you guys can see here, just in the preview, it's kind of going over. So you just want to make sure that you have it nice and centered. And what I am going to do is I will change the paper setup because it does look like it may cut off a bit. So I am just going to use borderless. Then I am going to go to setup and just make sure my print settings are what I want them to be. So we're using premium presentation matte for the media type, print quality, of course, high quality, and we are going to mirror the image. Okay, always make sure that you are mirroring your images. And then for color options, mine is pretty much, these are my default settings, but I just want to go over with y'all. Adobe RGB, I usually use Adobe RGB. My gamma, of course, 2.2. You can either have 1.8, but 2.2 is what you want. And you can adjust your brightness. So sometimes I may have 0. I may not adjust it, or I may up it 1 or 2. I think for this one, I'm going to up it by 3. And that's pretty much all I do for my color settings for sublimating. Okay, there are other fancier settings that you could use. This works for me. All right, guys, so for this next part, we are going to have to cut out our image. We need a little bit of heat tape, and we have our heat gun along with the shrink wrap. Okay, so prior to me putting everything together, I cleaned this off with a little bit of alcohol and I let it dry. Okay, you just want to make sure you have a clean surface. Make sure that there's no humps or any debris or any loose material that may be on your cup, because that can cause that part of the cup to not sublimate. Okay, so I'm just going to cut out our image so that we can wrap the cup. All right, guys, so now I'm going to get ready to wrap the cup. All right, I just want to make sure that it's going to wrap where the lines match. And so as you're wrapping your cup, you just want to kind of pull it tight. Pull your sub taper tight so that it's touching the cup as tightly as possible. That is the key to making sure that that ink subs onto your cup. I'm going to just keep taping this down and just tape it. Make sure you tape it good. You really want to tape the seam because, all right, y'all, so I have our cup taped down. top and bottom. So what I'm going to do next is I will be putting the shrink wrap onto the cup. This is fitting perfectly. So this is the shrink wrap for the 20-ounce tumbler. This was, again, they sent the shrink wrap along with the tumblers, okay? And so I'm just going to take my heat gun and shrink wrap it. So what you really want to do is, I don't have gloves and I usually don't wear gloves when I do it. Sometimes not. But what you want to do is make sure that you have a pair of gloves handy, because this can get hot and it can heat up the actual cup. You want to just make sure you're doing it evenly, okay? And just try to get out all of the bubbles, because there will be some bubbles when you first start. Just get out all the bubbles and the wrinkles. Alright, so we're all done shrink wrapping our cup, and we are going to get ready to place this inside of our convection oven. Okay, so we're at the convection oven and we're just going to put our cup inside. What I want you guys to see, I have a oven thermometer inside, and we are using the convection mode on the oven. Okay, so I am going to place this in. It's at 400 degrees. We are going to put this inside for 6 minutes. Alright guys, so the cup is really hot and you do want to have some heat gloves or something to help you be able to at least maneuver it around a bit. Alright y'all, so we're all done sublimating this tumbler that we ordered from Amazon.com. The company is Bay Area Blanks. This cup sublimates well. I put it in my convection oven, 400 degrees for 6 minutes, but I think that it can go in for a little bit less. I do notice where it's not as black as this one that I did, and I did this one 400 for 6 minutes, but it's just about adjusting the temp and the time to make sure that it is correct. Remember, all ovens aren't the same. All substrates, meaning things that can be sublimated, are not the same. Also, there are different processes that different manufacturers use, so always keep that in mind. So I know that the next cup that I sublimate from Bay Area Sales, I will just bring it down maybe to 380 for maybe about 4 or 5 minutes, if that long, because it took pretty well and it's actually very nice. All right, so I'm very happy about that. If you guys want to purchase from Bay Area Blanks, the link will be listed below. Again, it took me about 8 days for me to get my blanks, but it was coming across the country. So that's expected, and now it's the holiday time, so we already are having major issues with USPS. So the fact that I got it within 8 days, I'm thrilled about that. Right? So that's it for today. If you enjoyed this content, please be sure to like, share, or subscribe to my channel if you aren't already a current subscriber. Also, check us out on Facebook. Our Facebook group is Craftable Things, and we are all there to help each other, to motivate and encourage each other on our crafting journeys. All right, so that's it for today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Until next time.